You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I have got your early edition spoilers for March 31st through April 4th. Marlena is shaken, Xander is raging, and Chanel is aching. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what is coming the rest of this week. And with that in mind, on Wednesday, March 26th, Paulina finds Doug 3 asleep on a park bench after he spent a homeless night sleeping rough outdoors because Julie kicked him to the curb after Tate ratted him out. And, you know, bad timing because Doug 3 was actually coming home to tell her the truth, but then he didn't get the chance. Holly is there to take care of Doug 3 after Julie has evicted him. Looks like she brings him home to the Kiriakis mansion to get him showered and changed. And Holly tells him that jealous Tate dimed him out. And that's just going to be super messy. Of course, I don't think Doug 3 is going to, rage about it much because he feels terribly guilty. But Holly is pretty ticked off. Meanwhile, Tate opens up to Sophia. Once again, Tate runs to her when he's got issues with Holly, but really what it is she's got issues with Tate right now. Hopefully Tate won't cross lines with Sophia, but that's his fallback girl. Chanel and Paulina meet with Amy in Horton Town Square outside Sweet Bits, and they're initially optimistic about talking about the adoption, but then Sophia's mom shows them on her tablet a front page Spectator story about EJ DiMera and his shady antics. So by the time Johnny shows up and meets them there, Amy is gone, Chanel is distraught, and Paulina is comforting her daughter. And Paulina also heads over to the DiMera mansion and talks to EJ about how his dirty dealings have put their kids' adoption at risk. And maybe he'll reassure her he's in the clear and he's not facing legal charges. But the bottom line is he is front page news. And Kristen's still a problem because she's furious about her mom going MIA and him not telling his sister where he dumped her mom or exactly what he did. She doesn't even know if her mom's dead or alive. Later, EJ tries to make things better between him and Johnny, but that's probably going to go over like, sandpaper toilet tissue. Maggie stops by to see Julie and hears about Doug 3 and the stolen necklace. So later, Maggie may be surprised to find the necklace stealer is under her roof hanging out with Holly. On Thursday, March 27th, Holly chews out Tate for dropping a dime on Doug 3 to Julie when Tate knows that is 100% not what Holly wanted. She made it very clear, but Tate couldn't stop himself because he is so jealous of Doug 3. And if Tate makes the mistake of telling Holly that Sophia agrees with him on this, well, Tate may be in much more hot water with his girlfriend. Gabby gets a warning from Melinda. She did not tell the cops about Doug 3 or Leo and their roles in the necklace getting stolen and fenced, but she does go ahead and warn Gabby, which of course will confirm all the bad things that Javi's cousin thinks about Leo. And obviously she's going to pass this all on because she doesn't want his heart broken and she really despises Leo. Xander's ready to reveal Phillip and Stephanie's fling that he assumes happened, and Sarah is very worried. So Xander lays into Phillip, and then he tells Alex that his cousin slept with Stephanie, and Alex absolutely erupts. He attacks Phillip, and that puts Xander's brother in a very awkward position because he can't tell Alex the truth that he didn't sleep with Stephanie, and they're lying about the forgery, and that would infuriate Xander. So of the two, Phillip's going to let Alex be mad at him, but he's painted himself into a corner. Meanwhile, Stephanie is irritated when Sarah wants her to go along with another lie to cover up Phillip's fraud and Sarah's lies. And Stephanie is just at the end of her rope with this whole situation that she never asked for. Friday, March 28th, we're going to end up this week with Sarah and Phillip in a panic, wondering what's going to happen when Alex and Stephanie talk, because Alex flat out asked his girlfriend Stephanie if she cheated with Phillip, and no, she's not going to keep on telling these messy lies to cover for these liars. Stephanie is going to be honest with Alex, and she's likely going to spill the beans about Phillip's fraud and Sarah's enabling and all the reasons that they have been able to talk her into this. Stephanie might even try and make an effort to get Alex on board with keeping it secret. I just don't think he's going to want to keep it from Xander, though, but she may buy them a little time. And on that topic of the same fraud, Kate is hiding all of this from Roman, who is not going to be pleased when he finds out. That is coming soon. Over in Estonia, Marlena and Steve are surprised when they run into Paul and Andrew. Paul spends some time reminiscing with Marlena about his dad, John Black, and Andrew gives Steve some very helpful info to assist their search for John. And Andrew admits to Steve that he has been keeping things from his fiance, Paul, about his dad, John, and this mission and the ugly truth. Later, Andrew talks to Marlena and panics her when he says time is running out for John. The following week, March 31st through April 4th, early spoilers tell us that the search for John Black picks up pace, but we're likely not going to have the big reveal until we dip closer into May sweeps, which starts at the end of April. We all know, of course, very sadly, that Marlena and Steve cannot do what they promised and save John and bring him home to the family because Drake Hogestyn passed away in September 2024. And all of this filmed while he was still alive and with his blessing to move the storyline forward. They were hoping, of course, that Drake would recover from pancreatic cancer and be able to come back on set, but instead we lost him. So it is a countdown to tragedy for the Black and Brady families and everybody that loves John, including longtime fans who loved John and Drake. We're also on a countdown to reveal in sweeps the big secret of Phillip defrauding Xander, because Vivian forged that letter, talked him into it. Kate picked up the ball after having Vivian arrested, and she ran with it. Roman's going to be stunned. Xander's going to be infuriated. Maggie, Brady, Alex, many others are going to be shocked by what these people have done. Phillip is going to be packing his bags and heading out of town in May sweeps under a cloud of shame for what he's done. Also under a cloud of shame is going to be Tate, because Holly is not going to be in a forgiving mood because he interfered where he shouldn't have, because she and Doug 3 were working on a plan to get the necklace back to Julie. So all of this could have been avoided. There would have been resolution and restitution and all of this, but Tate just couldn't control his jealousy. We're also on a countdown to another huge May sweeps plot, which is EJ's shooting. Ava, Jada, Kristen, and Gabby all have guns poised to take him out, but it may be Johnny who aims to kill EJ before deciding he can't do it. In the meantime, Johnny's dad is trying to clean up his act, so he's not the reason that Johnny and Chanel don't get Tate and Sophia's baby, but I just can't see Amy even listening. And watch for Javi's reaction when he finds out Leo's role in Julie's necklace going missing, because Gabby's going to try and make Leo the villain of this situation. And of course, he's going to justify it, saying he was helping out Doug 3. Maggie's got big surprises in store, with Holly shielding Doug 3 and Phillip being outed, and the sad news coming soon about John Black.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.